Federko, I'm Ken Wilson. Dan McLaughlin also here. Easy to talk about a lot of wins, Bernie, but the last one over Edmonton, maybe not a great performance by the Blues. They've got to be careful tonight.
Absolutely, Kenny, but it's good news when you don't play that well and you still win. But Vancouver has outscored their opponents 12-3 the last 2 games, so this is going to be a much harder game than it was against Edmonton.
Pavel Demitra and Keith Tkachuk are tied for the Blues team lead in scoring, and Tkachuk is just a mighty force.
He really is. He's a power forward, in my opinion, the best left winger in the league right now, and he really has been hot as of late. He seems to be so comfortable on the line right now with Dallas Rank on one side and with Pavel Demitra in the middle, and I don't think anybody knows where to go to the front of the net better than Keith Tkachuk right now, scoring goals in bunches, Kenny. You see the number of goals the Blues are scoring, especially in the third period, outscoring their opponents 19-9. That's the sign of this club playing well again. This was their forte last year, playing well in the second and third period. They're still doing it now, and I think that's why they have the streak going.
We talk about the Blues' dominance here at home. They've won 5 straight at Savas. One man they're going to have to watch and stop tonight is Marcus Naslund.
Marcus Naslund, one of those players that you're always going to have trouble. Very talented player. He's going to represent Sweden in the Olympic Games, so he has 21 goals right now in the season. He is definitely their offensive leader. He goes to the net, knows where to go, very good with the puck. He's not what you call the smoothest skater in the world, but he knows how to put the puck in the net. And it's not always with a heavy shot, it's with a lot of quick moves in front of the net. He knows where to be in position all the time, and he's the man to watch for the Vancouver Canucks tonight.
One thing about Vancouver, they have been strong on the power play lately, but the Blues have really been strong with the man advantage.
That's, again, one of the reasons, Kenny, that they have this 6-game streak. They've scored goals in bunches. They've been very good at home, scoring 2 goals the other night against Edmonton on the power play. And when you get key goals from your power play, it gives you a chance to really relax a little bit. And right now they know they're confident. Confidence is a big thing in the power play. They know they can score at home at will now, it seems, in the power play. So it's something that they know going before the game, they almost have a 1-0 lead to start.
And of course, Brent Johnson gets the call again. Like the club, he has also won 6 in a row. Also tonight, that man, Doug Weight, is mic'd. He's hot.
Come on, big Walt.
Drake getting set before tonight's game, and welcome back to 14th and Clark, and welcome back to St. Louis Blues hockey here on Fox Sports Net. The Vancouver Canucks are in town. Well, Doug Weight has been a busy man this season. Many thought he got off to a slow start, but the numbers don't lie, folks, and Doug Weight has been playing great hockey as of late. 14 points in his last 9 games, 2 goals, 12 assists. How about this? It could be a night of big time numbers for a couple of players for the St. Louis Blues. Weight 1 assist away from 500. He's got 32 assists this season. That's second right now in the National Hockey League. And his plus minus, well, it leads the Blues. He's at plus 19. So Doug Weight has been a big factor as to why the Blues have a chance to rattle off their 7th straight victory. And we heard from, of course, Ken Wilson talking about what Doug Weight has meant to this team. Doug Weight is mic'd. Mike Keane is in game number 1,000.
Come on, Jam. Keener! 1,000! Get a picture of us. Where are they? 1,000 game.
Mike Keane, of course, has won 3 Stanley Cups. We'll be hearing from Doug Weight all night long. And let's take a look at more of tonight's game with the starting goaltenders. Back up to Bernie Federko. Bernie.
Thank you, Dan. The starting goaltenders brought to you by Dodge. Starting goal for the Vancouver Canucks, Dan Cloutier is back in the net. He's the workhorse for the Canucks. His record now, a game over 500. You see a very impressive goals against and save percentage. At the other end, it's going to be Brent Johnson starting his 7th straight. Very impressive, 17-8-2. Goals against average 2.20 and a save percentage at 90.2%. There's Mark Crawford, the coach of the Vancouver Canucks. Had this team on quite of a roll as of late. They beat Pittsburgh 5-2 the other night and Carolina 7-1 on Saturday. So this team is very hot right now. The referees are actually Dennis LaRue and Don Koharski. The change on that. Paul DeMorcy's not here. Dan Shakty and Von Rode are the linesmen.
And the Blues have the puck. Havanoff gets it to Doug Weight. Back to Havanoff, who's on with Finley. Weight is flanked by Stillman and Drake. Here's Weight with a puck. Long pass is too far. It'll create an icing as Olin touches the puck. And we have a stoppage in play. Only 18 seconds in. Well, now A look at our quality Ford dealers keys to the game.
Well, no question the Blues have to keep up this intensity. They've won 6 in a row, and sometimes you let up a little when you're playing so well, so they're going to have to be intense against the Canucks. The power play has been great. They have to keep that going, and the most important thing for Joel Quenneville's team is no lapses. You can't take a shift off or a couple shifts off. You have to play solid for 60 minutes. If you do that, you're usually going to win, especially at home. And you see Joel's record, it's been very good, both at home and on the road.
Now the Mares line on against the Brendan Morrison line for Vancouver. Naslund and Bertuzzi with Morrison. Blues with a puck. Pronger, who's on with Van Ryan to Mares. On the near wing, you've got Drake. Now Mares is replaced, and Waite comes on along with Stillman and Drake. Mares was out just for the faceoff. Sopel works in. Brent Sopel looking to center. Van Ryan goes down. The puck comes in front, and Pronger has it. He'll flip it out and played at the defense by Matthias Olin, the 25-year-old Swede, and the puck comes back to Pronger. Ahead now for Mellanby as the teams are changing. The Blues have already started a change. Blues captain Chris Pronger up to Scott Mellanby, who's played extremely well lately. Now to Dimitra. Tkachuk goes to the net, and a good save there by Cloutier. And a loose puck comes to Naslund. Naslund, the 28-year-old Swede, loses the puck. Trevor Linden out there leaves it in the middle for Andrew Castle. Now to Ed Jovanovski, and the Vancouver defenseman shoots the puck in, but it is offside, and 1:17 has been played here in the first period. Bernie, how about a look at those Blues lines brought to us by Casino Queen?
Where the Blues are going, you don't need many changes. Mellanby still on the right side with Dimitra, Tkachuk. Dallas Drake on the right side with Waite and Stillman. Jamal Mares in the middle. Keane playing his 1,000th game on the right side. Varlamov on the left. Tyson Nash with Eastwood and Lowe. The defensive pairing is the same. Pronger, Van Ryan, Salvador, and the rest of them.
The rest of those familiar names that we see every game.
Absolutely. Finley, McInnes, and Salvador.
There you go. Jovanovski will go back. He is on defense with Scott LaChance. Up front now, it is Castles centering the veteran Trevor Linden, who is back with his club, and John Halabi. And LaChance shoots the puck in. Castles is after Salvador, ends up getting the puck right back. Here is Mellanby. He gets hit by Linden. Tkachuk gobbles up the puck. Can't get out. Linden with Castles. Linden a shot. He scores! Trevor Linden and Castles move in, and Vancouver takes a 1-0 lead. The veteran Trevor Linden.
A huge turnover inside the Blues blue line, and all caused by a hit inside the line, and it ended up being a 2-0 breakaway by the Canucks. You see Tkachuk trying to make a move there, got hit right there by Hlavich, and there's Linden going in on a 2-on-1. He chose to take the shot, but you see here's Tkachuk with the puck. He gets hit right there and misses the puck, and Linden becomes a 2-on-1, actually 2-0 there, and he chose to take the shot as opposed to pass the puck. I think Brent Johnson maybe cheated a little, think that the pass was going to be made, and then put it in short side.
Here's a 2-on-1, and the pass in front fails to get to Daniel Sedin. Now at center ice, Mares. He'll take a shot off Barron into the corner. Barron and Mares. Now the puck turned over too far for Platt and Helmer, and it's Finley pinching in. Mares gives the puck to Varlamov. Keane, Mares, and Varlamov. Trent Platt having trouble. Then Murray Barron, that's Blues defenseman, covers up. He gets hit. Platt runs into the Blues player, and the puck centered for Keane out of his reach. That was Varlamov spun around, having off a shot. Hits Varlamov, and Platt feeds to center ice. Platt is on with the Sedin brothers. Daniel, who's number 22. Henrik, who's number 33, and the teams are changing. The goal at a minute 48. Trevor Linden, number 6, unassisted. Eastwood trying to get the puck in. Can't. Now it goes in offside. Here's Latowski. Picked up not long ago by this club from the Phoenix Coyotes. Back to LaChance. Still a delayed offside. And here's Jovanovski. He'll leave the puck for LaChance. He'll come up to Matt Cook on the left wing. And the pass gets by him. Pronger for the Blues. Over to Van Ryan and back to Pronger. One shot aside. The Blues with a costly turnover in their own zone, trailing 1-0. Van Ryan's pass by everyone the length of the ice. Here's Scott LaChance back to touch the puck, and a whistle indicating an icing call against the Blues. Trevor Linden in game number 975 tonight.
Well, you see what happens here. The Blues are going to turn the puck over. You're going to see the pass. The outlet pass is going to come up the boards to Keith Tkachuk, who is just coming in right there. You see Tkachuk's going to get it. Now, all the defense are moving up on the play. You see how they're coming. They get turned over. Now this becomes a 2-on-1. I think Brent Johnson kind of cheated over to his left a little bit and gave a little opening for Trevor Linden to fire it in on the short side, and Linden didn't make any mistake. Quick, hard shot, and Brent Johnson got caught moving.
So now the Blues will have to overcome the reality that faces them. They didn't get the first goal in the game, and often the team that scores first does win in this league. Drake's pass skips over Stillman's stick. Sopel is in the way of Stillman. And back for the puck, Morrison up the boards. Van Ryan intercepts, and his shot pass is blocked. Here is Oland. He'll fire the puck in. Oland and Sopel are on defense, and the Morrison-Naslund-Bertuzzi line out there for Coach Mark Crawford. Naslund trying to cycle the puck. Pronger steals. Morrison knocks it down. Bertuzzi loses his balance. Here's Mike Van Ryan trying to force his way out, and does, and then gives the puck to Drake, who hands it off to Pronger ahead off the stick of Stillman, and it's Oland clearing the puck out. He is run into by Drake. Drake gets the worst of it. Now Morrison, a pass tipped away and out to center ice by Salvador. Drake really took a rocking that time, but we've seen it happen on a few occasions. He gives a lot, and every once in a while he has to take it as the puck goes into the blue zone. And here's Varlamov to Al McInnes. Up the middle to Mayers, ahead for Keane, intercepted by the veteran Andrew Castles, who shoots the puck in, and Salvador back. Vancouver changing. Mayers takes the pass from Varlamov. He's got a step on Brian Helmer. Takes the shot, and is saved by Cloutier. Here's Brian Helmer, who also once played with the Blues, feeding off the boards to Linden. Ahead for Hlavik, the youngster from the Czech Republic. He loses the puck. McInnes plays it up the boards. Keane gets tied up a bit. And the puck controlled by Mayers, and he'll get it out. Trevor Linden, the goal scorer. Playing the puck over far side to Helmer. He'll get it in. And both clubs are changing just past the 5-minute mark in the first period. The Blues have a couple of shots on Cloutier. The only Vancouver shot is the one they scored on. Cloutier clears the puck up the boards. Nash leaves it for Eastwood. Lowe is also out there. Eastwood battling Oland, and the puck taken by Henrik Sedin. It comes up to brother Daniel. Now back to Henrik. He dropped the puck for Daniel. He can't get a shot. Platt is on the line with him. The two, Sedin and Platt. Now the puck centered by Henrik. Then Daniel flips it ahead. Eastwood takes over. He's tripped up. Puck on the line, kept in by Daniel Sedin. Johnson will sweep it up the boards. The Canucks are changing to center ice. Mike Eastwood to the red line. He'll slide the puck in, and the Blues are changing. We're in the first period at Savvis Center. The Blues trail the Canucks 1-0 here at the 6-minute mark. The puck shot in from center ice by Chabarov. Cook runs into Pronger, and behind the net, looking to center and unable to, is Letowski, and the Blues break out. Stillman gets in, over to Waite, and the pass fails to get through to Drake. You knew he was going to get the next man he saw, and a big hit on LaChance, who is slow in getting up. First period, Blues trail 1-0.
Blues trail the Vancouver Canucks 1-0 here at Savvis. Now this was a hit that Dallas Drake took by Oland. Now that could have been an elbow there, but no penalty call. So you said it all, Kenny. Dally was going to get him back, and he's being charged here with a 5-minute penalty here for charging, Kenny, and I don't understand that at all, because that was just a hit. He wasn't even running. Now I don't know where you get a charge out of that, and I certainly don't know where you get the 5 minutes from.
He does not understand. Bernie, I agree with you. I would not have given a penalty on the hit on Drake, but you could have said the elbow was up high, and certainly on the charging penalty, I don't think it was a charge, and the cut there above the eye of LaChance is why you get the 5-minute penalty. But boy, oh boy.
You know, I could have seen even a interference call there, Kenny, but not a charge for 5 minutes because the guy got cut. And I believe he got cut by hitting the helmet of the his teammates. We'll have to see that again when we get a chance.
A game misconduct to Dallas Drake along with a 5-minute penalty, so he's through for the night. Well, I think if you looked at the hit that he received and the hit that he gave, you'd either say nothing or you'd say a pair of 2-minute penalties.
Yep.
Now here's Naslund getting the puck over to Todd Bertuzzi. A 5-minute power play for Vancouver. Eastwood on Jovanovski. Takes a shot. Easy save, Cloutier. So Drake goes off. 6:22. The first power play for Vancouver. There are their numbers, and the Blues 22nd in the league. Penalty killer. The last 4 games, the Canucks power play has been more effective than their 15% rate would indicate. Last 4 games, they've had 16 power plays and scored 6 goals, so that's pretty good. They have a 1-0 lead. A minute gone in the 5-minute penalty. This is Jovanovski. Brendan Morrison is at the near point. Pronger takes the puck and shoots it out. So this is a real tough spot for the Blues, especially being down 1-0 so early.
What's interesting, when you have a 5-minute power play, a lot of times you relax too much. You want to stay out there too long. And really almost a lot of times easier to kill off a 5-minute penalty than it is a 2-minute, because you know you have a little urgency on the 2 minutes. Here it seems you relax a little bit, and the Blues have done a great job through the first minute and a half killing this.
Sopel gets the puck over on the wing to Hlavich. Sopel ends up with it again. Now to Daniel Sedin, to Hlavich. Linden is in the slot. Here's Owen, the shot that goes high, and the puck banks to center ice and back into the Vancouver end. Trevor Linden, an early goal at 1:48, and the Canucks are up 1-0. That's their only shot on goal here as the game reaches the 8:20 mark. And 2 minutes have elapsed in the 5-minute penalty. Now at center ice, we're going to get a penalty. The Blues player taken down by Andrew Castles. Now we get a little bumping and shoving. Don Koharski will call the interference penalty on Castles.
You always seem to see when there's a 5-minute major that the referees are looking maybe to see if they could even things out. But you see Castles coming across the middle right there, running into Keane, and that's an interference penalty. But here it is from this angle. You see clearly took out Keane. Keane maybe made it look as good as it's supposed to look, and that's what you're supposed to do when you're in that situation, especially when you're killing a penalty. So Castles goes off, and the Blues will play 4-on-4. But let's take a look at that hit again now. The one that Dallas Drake was charged with a 5-minute major. Let's see it here. Now, I don't know where the 5-minute major, I think they're thinking that he got cut when he hit the boards, Kenny. I think that's where the charge comes in. They said he was too close to the boards, but I really believe that he ran into his own player. He may have been cut by the stick of the other Canuck player that was beside him when he took the hit.
I just don't, I mean, that's a marginal charge at the very best.
Yep.
Now Tkachuk works in, but without the puck, so he puts himself offside. Both teams are shorthanded. Castle's going off here at 8:25 for interference. Taco Bell presents 5 for 35. When the Blues score 5 goals in any game this season, Taco Bell will celebrate, as you will, with 35-cent tacos the next day. Remember, when the Blues score 5, tacos are just 35 cents at participating Taco Bell restaurants. Here's Pronger. He's out there with Van Ryan. Dimitra and Tkachuk, 4-on-4. Naslund is out there with Morrison, Jovanovski, and LaChance. Here's Tkachuk. Puck knocked away, and Brendan Morrison, the ex-New Jersey Devil, gives Naslund the puck. Naslund centers, and we're going to get a penalty here for taking down Morrison. Pavel Dimitra going on. It wasn't me, but things are being called tightly, and that's going to be a penalty for hooking called by referee Dennis Leroux.
Kenny, this is a good play by Morrison, because you know when you're coming into a situation like that, especially it's like almost a 2-on-1, you know that the forward's going to have so hard of a time back checking on you, and Morrison kept his feet moving. Dimitra, you see, didn't have his feet going there, so as soon as Morrison fell down, he knew he was going to get the call, so they call that obstruction. I'm not so sure if that was obstruction at all. If Dimitra would have been moving his legs, though, and he was in pretty good position, he would have got away with it. But because he was gliding and just hanging on to Morrison, that's why the call was made. So once again, the Canucks find themselves on a 4-on-3 power play here.
Naslund, Linden, and Bertuzzi, 3 forwards, 1 defenseman, Matthias Olin, in front of Dan Cloutier.
And if the Canucks are not scoring this 4-on-3, they're going to have a 5-on-3 too when Castles gets out of the box.
That's true. Here is Naslund, and that'll be in a minute 15. And they'll have a power play, a 5-on-3 for almost a minute. Here's a shot. Johnson the save on Oland, and Pronger clears the puck away. Pronger and McInnes out there. Eastwood replaced now by Keane. 4-on-3 power play. The Canucks already lead it 1-0. This is Naslund. He works in, but he's put a mate. Bertuzzi offside, and 9:29 gone here in the opening period. Let's turn to our Bud Light What's on Tap. Next game here Saturday night against the Bruins. First time we'll see them this season. They're having a big season. We'll be over on KPLR TV, WB11 at 7. Then the Blues will play a non-TV game Monday afternoon in Boston. Then they'll be in Buffalo next Wednesday on WB11 again at 6. And then Friday night, the 25th, that's a week from tomorrow night, the Blues will be in Chicago. And we'll have that game for you right here on Fox Sports Net. So 3 in a row here at home on the heels of a 3-game trip. And then after this homestand, another 3-game journey.
And the Bruins winning tonight at home 2-0 against Ottawa.
They've got a lot of points. Here is Naslund, a shot. Johnson the save. Trevor Linden with a puck. He has the only goal of this game. Here's Naslund. Over the far side, the shot wide by Olin, and the puck caroms through center ice back into the Vancouver end.
That's 2 shots by Olin that have gone wide on the far side and been able to clear right around the boards. Those are shots you can't take. You got to hit the net on those.
Here's Todd Bertuzzi, the ex-New York Islander, to Linden and back to Naslund. In 12 seconds, Castles will be on. Then Vancouver will have the 5-on-3 if they don't score in the meantime. They lead 1-0. Linden a pass. What a play by Finley. That's a big-time play there. Linden in front. Olin, great chance. He shoots and scores. I believe the Castles penalty was over. We'll check on the Castles penalty, but it is 2-0 Vancouver. Castles was back on, so Dimitra comes out. But that doesn't help the Blues, Bernie. They're down 2-0.
Now they're down 2-0, and the Dallas Drake penalty is still in effect as there's still 55 seconds left. But that's a great shot by Olin. I just talked about him missing the net twice. Well, he didn't miss on that one. And it's funny, he went high a couple of times early, and they were just a perfect shot. The Blues had 2 guys caught there, and Olin coming in from the point took a nice pass there and just roofed that. That's a hard shot too, Kenny, when you're a left-handed shot going across your body high over the glove on a left-handed catching goaltender. That's a heck of a shot by Olin.
Big hit across the way by Salvador on Platt. Now the Blues have that 5-minute penalty still in effect. 40 seconds to go in that Drake penalty being served by Varlamov. Making the turn is Halavic. Now the Blues get the puck. The power play goal at 10:27. Olin from Linden and Naslund. That was a 5-on-4. Or check, it was a 5-on-3 power play goal, although it didn't look like it. But technically it was a 5-on-3. Here's Helmer. Now they go to Jovanovski. The shot hits Mayer. Jovanovski with a puck again, and it deflects high off Nash. Salvador pokes the puck up the boards. Now the penalty is over. Varlamov comes on, and he's onside. He works in on Olin. He'll shoot, and the shot deflects wide. Blues finally back at full strength. Platt for Vancouver. And Waite will intercept. Blues trail it 2-0. And the puck deflects over the glass into the crowd. Linden and Olin have scored. And the Canucks lead it 2-0.
Great move by Varlamov. You see turning Olin inside out. Olin fell down, but Olin able to recover enough to get his stick on and deflected wide of the net.
The shots are 4-3 Vancouver. The hit behind the net by Varlamov. The puck flutters high off the glass. Cook after it with Havanoff, and Finley turns it up to Waite. Back to Jeff Finley. He'll shoot the puck in. Wade is out there with Varlamov and Stillman. Of course, Drake is through for the night with a 5-minute major penalty and a game misconduct. This is Matt Cook with the puck behind him. Steers it into the corner. Chabarov gets hit. trying to get the puck back from Varlamov. Letowski there also, and finally the puck around behind the net, far side for Finley. Now Stillman clearly interferes with Cook, setting a pick, which is the kind of thing they don't want to happen. And the Blues send the puck down the ice. Bolin touches it, and an icing against the Blues with 7:25 left in the first period. For those of you tuning in to see the best damn sports show period at this time, it will not be seen tonight due to our game. Tune in tomorrow night right here at 7:30, where it can be seen at its regularly scheduled time. The Blues win the draw on their own end. Salvador on with McInnes. Dimitra gets the puck to Tkachuk. Mellanby moves up ice. McInnes takes the pass around Daniel Sedin. He'll take a shot right on. Cloutier the save. Jovanovski a good job to control the rebound, and the puck cleared out by Vancouver. Shots now are for a side. McInnes takes the puck from Salvador. Ahead to Dimitra and on to Mellanby. His pass intercepted by Jovanovski. And the puck shot in, and here's McInnes. Vancouver will change now, and Salvador allows McInnes an opportunity. McInnes ahead for Dimitra, right wing to Mellanby, back to Dimitra. He's stopped. On the boards, 2, 4, 6 players, and Keane gets it, and it's offside. 6:38 left, first period. Blues trail 2-0. Let's go downstairs to Dan McLaughlin.
Number 169 to ever do it in the National Hockey League. That's all that's ever done it. That's Mike Keane, who is playing in his 1000th NHL game here tonight. Remember, folks, 34 years of age, 14 NHL seasons. He's been a part of 3 Stanley Cup teams, one with Montreal, Colorado another one, and of course with the Dallas Stars. So congratulations to Mike Keane, 1,000 NHL games. Quite a feat for him. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, something to get to 1,000 games. 169 says it all. There haven't been that many.
So he's tied with me.
Sure.
I'm exactly 1,000.
That's you. You were at 1,000. You said good
The
enough.
writing was on the wall.
You said good enough.
That's right. When the season ends and you play 1,000 games, I think the writing was on the wall.
It's a nice even number. It's a good place to leave.
I can remember it.
Yeah, last game.
I can. In Philadelphia.
Now the puck controlled by Palovich. He can't get out. Here's Loa's shot. That hits a leg. Well, we know one thing. There aren't that many that can say they played 1,000 games in this list. 169 of you.
Yes. In how many years of history?
It's a lot. Going back to the early 20s, we're talking in the neighborhood of 80 years. Here's a shot. Johnson the save. Believe me, I'm just happy to have witnessed more than 1,000. That's a lot easier than playing 1,000. Now the puck controlled by Oland. He gets hit, fires off the end boards. Bertuzzi trying to center. Puck tipped away, and here's Waite. Up to Lowe, and the puck skips by him. Now Bertuzzi over to Morrison. 2 behind the back passes. The last one doesn't work, and Johnson covers the puck. Vancouver leading the Blues 2-0 here in the first period.
Mike Keane's 1,000th game, but if you take all these into consideration, the numbers, these are the only 3 things that he has important right there. Dallas, Montreal, Colorado, 3 Stanley Cups. Boy, that is absolutely unbelievable. When you have 3 rings, that'd be great.
Aslan shot, and Morrison just fails to deflect it. How about being in the finals 5 times?
Yep.
Mellanby with Tkachuk and Dimitra. Their stop. McInnes hands the puck to Salvador. Ahead for Tkachuk. He doesn't touch it. And Jovanovski back, and an icing call against the Blues.
Well, I think it's so amazing about it too, though, Kenny, is that you 5 Stanley Cup finals, but you know what? 3 wins, you don't even want to be in the finals.
MS Sports Celebrity Dinner is Wednesday, February 6th at the Millennium Hotel. It honors St. Louis Sports Newcomers of the Year, featuring the Blues' Keith Tkachuk, Tony Twist, Kelly Chase, and the Hanson brothers also will be featured, along with personalities from the Cardinals and Rams. Joe Buck will MC a great evening for a great cause. For tables or more information, call the MS Society at 314-781-0920. There's Sasha Havanoff up to Stillman and back to Havanoff. 4:50 remaining in the first period. Now Finley. Canucks have played a very strong period, to say the least. They're not letting the Blues get through center ice here, let alone to their blue line very often. And this is Sopel back. His pass up the left wing. Played ahead by Letowski. Chabarov can't go anywhere, and here's Waite. Stillman quickly to Varlamov, and he can't work in. And here's Olin. Up the boards, Havanoff pinches in. He gets chopped down from behind by Cook. And a pass too far for Klatt. Pronger lifts the puck in, caught by Cloutier. He'll leave it as the teams are changing. Here's Olin. Olin scored a power play goal and a 5-on-3 from Linden and Naslund. Earlier, Linden scored unassisted on a Blues giveaway. So the Blues are down 2-0. Henrik Sedin to Klatt. Daniel Sedin is also out there, and the Blues work out. Here's Keane getting to the red line, flipping the puck in. Cloutier will come out and bank it up the boards. Keane trying to knock it down as he battles Henrik Sedin. Also in the midst of things is one Tyson Nash. He's got Murray Barron looming over him. Then the puck centered for Keane by Eastwood. Too far. Klatt trying to get the puck ahead. Pronger gets hit. And boy, he got the number. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Pronger didn't like getting draped over the boards from behind. He turned around and said, 22, huh? That little guy from Sweden. Of course, little nowadays is 6'1", 200, and that is little compared to Pronger. Now Pronger's going, me too. Why is that? I didn't do anything.
I don't think Pronger realized that the penalty was going to be called, but he got hit from behind here. You'll see Sedin hit him right there. His helmet popped out. Now he gets a pretty good shot in, but it was against the wrong guy though, because it was the brother. It was Henrik Sedin, not Daniel.
Doug Waite, last time out. Here's what he had to say.
What?
Right there, I don't have much. I don't want to keep flipping it, but I'm trying to go to Losey.
Yeah, I was far side. I was over there, and the puck changed sides quick, and Losey was in the middle, so he just stayed over there. That play we did yesterday at work, whoever plays with us, tell Varley to stay low.
Oh, baby.
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting what Doug will have to say, because he's very much in control as a quarterback out there. So if he sees him opening, just a little bit of strategy, where to throw the puck, where to get it to.
Blues can't work out. Jovanovski behind the net for Morrison. He gets held up by McInnes. Dimitra slides the puck ahead, not out. A chance, a shot. The deflection by Morrison just wide. He spins away from Mellanby. I don't think there's much question. The Blues have been outshot 6-5, but they've been outplayed and out-hustled, outworked in this first period with 2:30 to go. They're down 2-0. Both teams were shorthanded. Pronger got a roughing call after Daniel Sedin picked up the boarding penalty at 16:40. Now his shot goes well wide. Here's Andrew Castles out to the point to Matthias Olin. Back for Castles. Palavich is up there with him. Here's Sopel. His shot gets knocked down. And Waite with a puck to Stillman. He'll circle back. Corey Stillman, under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Over to Van Ryan and back for Havanoff. Up to Stillman. He gets hit. You can see the Canucks playing well. 1-2 in a row, 6 out of 9 coming in, and they're changing again with 1:38 remaining.
They're in their face. They're really forechecking well, and you'll see the defenseman really comes into pinch along the boards, and that's very, very important if you want to get some offense going. That's what the Canucks are doing. They've played a picture-perfect road game so far.
Cloutier stopping Stillman's shot. They really tightened it up in the middle of the ice between the blue lines after their second goal. Now the penalized players, Pronger and Daniel Sedin, are back. 1:13 remaining in the first period. Here's Trevor Linden, who has a goal. The other one, as we mentioned, belonging to Matthias Olin. Letowski trying to work ahead, but Salvador beats him to the puck. Then he slaps it loose. Back foot, centers, and Letowski can't control. This is Chubarov. Is number 13, Artem Chubarov. Blues get the puck to Chuck to Dimitra. On down the wing to Mears. He has to slow it up a bit. He'll shoot the puck in. He hits the linesman in the back. Vaughn Rhodey. Mears goes down. Cook a pass off the boards for Sopel. Brent Sopel gets hit by Salvador, and half a minute to go in the first period. Oland over to Chabarov, and that's an offside play, and 26.6 seconds to go in the first period. Our Auto Tire intermission report is just around the corner. Dan McLaughlin will chat with that man, Mike Keane, talk about his 1,000th NHL game. There'll be a Midwest Sports Report, and Bernie and I will have first period highlights.
You have to give the Canucks a lot of credit coming in. They're coming into a building where the Blues have won 5 in a row. The Blues on a 6-game winning streak, so you give them very much a lot of credit. They've been very, very good, very aggressive on the forecheck.
Coming in with 45 points compared to the Blues 57, and the Canucks clear the puck out. It'll go down the ice, not far enough for icing. Here's Pronger. 12 seconds to go in the opening period. Up for Reed Lowe. He'll dump the puck in. Eastwood will chase it down. Barron after him, or rather Henrik Sedin. And now here's Trent Platt. 2 seconds to go in the period, and that's going to do it. That is the end of the first period. Linden scores at 1:48. Oland a power play goal at 10:27, and the shots are 6 aside. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. Some rough stuff in the first period. 2 goals for Vancouver, and a big night for Mike Keane. He's next with Dan McLaughlin. On a cool night, and oh, there's a great Blues fan there wearing that Bernie Federko sweater.
Judging from the age of the back of his head, I think he must be an older guy, older gentleman.
A veteran Blues fan.
That's it. I've only had one fan, and he's here tonight, Kenny, and I bought him that jersey.
No, we know better than that.
He probably is going to be there tomorrow night then.
That's
the
right.
alumni game tomorrow against the Bruins. I got roped into playing, so I'm not that old. I'm not supposed to be on that 70s team, Kenny.
Right here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The Bud Light Alumni Bash. Tickets available at the door. We'll tell you more about it when time permits. The second period underway, and the Blues hoping it goes better than the first. Van Ryan and Pronger, Waite, Varlamov, and Stillman. Varlamov getting a chance to play on the line with Waite after Drake was given a game misconduct relatively early in the first period. Waite, a shot that goes wide. Here's Salvador, a shot blocked, and a shot by Stillman that goes wide. Varlamov sends the puck in Waite's direction. Oland gets there. Cook clears it out. Here is Salvador to McKinnon. Boy, it would help to get an early goal, and then that really changes the complexion of this game. Quick pass to Mitra, and the shot goes high, and the puck all the way to center ice to McKinnon. Now back to Salvador. You keep it at 2-0 for a while, and Vancouver gets in a nice pattern play. You can get smothered. You get a quick goal here. It's 2-1, and then Vancouver has to play quite a different style, really. Now the puck down the ice. Salvador hustles back to touch it, and an icing call against Vancouver. Well, tomorrow you'll not only see the alums, but you can have your photo taken here at Savvis Center with a Stanley Cup at that Bud Light Blues Alumni Bash. The 1970 Stanley Cup finalists, the Blues against the Bruins. All of you at the game can have your photo taken with a cup for a donation to AAA Hockey in the 14 Fund. Some of the play from that game. That one off the post. Glenn Hall in goal for the Blues. Jerry Cheevers played goal for Boston. Tickets 10 for adults, 5 for students. Post-game party tickets also available at the gate here at Savvis tomorrow night. It'll be a great night of hockey.
That's one of the great pictures of all time. Bobby Orr scoring that game winner in Game 4, and then Noel Picard with the pitchfork up in the air. That's just a great, great picture.
Now the Blues center to Tkachuk. Can't get a shot. And then the save by Cloutier on Dimitra. Tkachuk couldn't get that good hard shot away that he wanted. Mellanby gets a mitt in the face from LaChance and lets him know. Dimitra And the puck deflects away, and here is John Halavich. He's stopped by Havanoff, and it's Finley. Both clubs are changing. 2:15 gone in the second. Helmer gets the puck ahead. Henrik Sedin to Halavich. Puck goes back to the point. Murray Barron, a shot high and wide. And the Blues, a nice play. Havanoff to Tkachuk. In the middle by Keane, and here's Dimitrov. Henrik Sedin stays with him. Murray Barron takes possession. Both teams still changing. Then Helmer gets the puck ahead to Klatt. Stopped at the line by Finley. Now Henrik Sedin. He gets hooked just a bit. Not much question about that one. That was quite a hook, and the Blues are going to be shorthanded as they touch the puck.
Jeff Finley doesn't even need to be told that he's going to the penalty box because he just roped him there. Nice move there by Sedin. And the Canucks keep coming, Kenny. I've been very impressed with the way they're playing. Very poised, and they're getting contributions from all the lines. But here's the move there. You see there right there, Jeff Finley with the big hook there on the right shoulder of Henrik Sedin. But here's another look here. You see right there the hook, and Sedin goes down. When you see a player fall backwards, you know he's been hooked. He's not going forward there at all. So the Canucks will try again on the power play. They were successful in the first period. 1 for 3 so far tonight. This is their 4th power play of the night.
3 of their 6 shots in that period coming on the power play. And then their goal, the first goal, and one of their other shots to make it 4 of the 6 shots coming on a giveaway. So without the giveaway and the power play, they only had 2 shots on goal.
It'll be tie game. 0-0.
No.
If you let me talk long enough, I could have this be a 4-0 Blues win and over already. Now Jovanovski, another shutout, and the Blues intercept, and McKinnon shoots the puck down the ice. Up to Castles. Power play Vancouver. Left wing Morrison. Puck gets away. McInnes leaves it for Keane. Naslund closes in on him and takes the puck away. And Keane a bit of a hook. And here's Brendan Morrison.
Good job.
Over to Todd Bertuzzi. Back for Castles. Andrew Castles in front to Bertuzzi. And old Johnson was fortunate to get a piece of that shot. Bertuzzi to Naslund. And Johnson is fortunate again. He's got a 4-leaf clover in his back pocket. Or the other way to look at it, he makes 2 dazzling saves.
And he may be down to 2 of the Leafs only left there too, Kenny, but a good play there by the Vancouver Canucks as they get the puck quickly to the front of the net there. Brent Johnson did get his mitt on it, knock it down, then reach in behind, so very fortunate there, but a good save as he moved out into the position where he could get that with his glove. But that was quick passing by the Canucks there. Bertuzzi to Naslund and the quick shot.
57 seconds now remaining in the Finley penalty. Shots are 8-8, but the Canucks lead it 2-0. Canucks were here November 8th. The Blues won it 3-1. A week later out in Vancouver, the Canucks won 2-1. Sopel to Olin with Linden. Daniel Sedin and Halavich, and the puck deflects into the crowd. 1970 NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Blues and the Bruins. Here's that play, Bernie.
This is the play I just talked about. Bobby Orr finishing off in overtime. The give and go. You'll see him, and there's Noel Picard right in the front of the net there, and he pitchforked Bobby Orr right there. Orr diving through the air, and that's one of the great pictures. In fact, when Noel Picard had his bar out in Cuba, Missouri, he had a big blown up picture like that hanging on the wall there in the bar, and it was one of the neatest pictures that I've ever seen. And Bobby Orr, one of the, or maybe the greatest player. He's arguably the best defenseman ever played the game.
Shot. Johnson makes the save. What was the caption on that photo out at Noel's bar? Was it, "I got him just a little late"?
Yeah. But you know what? When you get into a Stanley Cup final, I guess, like that, and even though the Blues weren't able to win, they were there, and that's to show everybody just being in the picture with Bobby Orr is very impressive.
My argument is when you get to the Stanley Cup Finals, you're just thrilled to be there, excited to have been there. If you can win it, gravy. Great to be there, though.
Well, I think it's probably the greatest disappointment of all time, though, if you get there and you don't win it. And I think that you can ask Mike Keane, going back to that, is that he was there 5 times, and the 2 times that he didn't win it, I think he just as soon forget about those 2 times, because he has 3 winning times.
My argument is I'd rather be there once and lose than not to get there at all.
Yep.
But you're right. When you get there, you definitely want to win. Pronger loses the puck in front. It comes, and Daniel Sedin robbed by Brent Johnson. Now the penalty to Finley is over. Johnson appears to be hurt a bit. I would say his left leg might have stretched his leg or his groin out a bit, but he's all right. But flexing that left leg. Behind a Pronger, and here's Jovanovski. Up gets it. Goal in for Vancouver to Jovanovski. Blues trailing by just a goal now.
And Jeannie, it's very comfortable up here. It's nice and warm up here in the rafters.
Yeah, many times Jeannie works up here with us. She prefers the truck, though. She likes the company better, she says, which is hard for you and I to believe. Al MacInnis passed over for the All-Star game coming up the first Saturday in February in Los Angeles. But Bernie, a lot of great players, including Al MacInnis, 1,300 games passed up, like Steve Yzerman, for instance.
Exactly, but you look at the numbers right there, though. We talk about Mike Keane having 1,000 games. This is Al MacInnis's 1301 tonight, I believe. So that is truly amazing. That's a long time. That's a long career, and especially playing defense. And he's only 301 games ahead of Mike Keane right now. And me.
Looking at Trevor Linden, 975 games tonight. He's 31 years old.
Yep.
And in this age, with 30 teams, if he wanted to, he could probably play another 6 years anyway.
Absolutely. I was 33 when I got my 1,000.
Man. You get some of these players that have come in this league at 19 or so. Here's Tkachuk to the net. Dimitra the pass. And Tkachuk gets his stick lifted by Jan Palavich. Back the other way. Castles over to Baird, and the shot goes off the glove of Brent Johnson. Now Tkachuk gets the puck, plays it to the middle to Havanoff. Blues have had a much more lively second period than they did first. Havanoff takes a shot to save. Rebound poked away. Palavich for Vancouver. Both teams are changing. Dimitra bumps him down. The puck to Varlamov. Stillman over to Dimitra, and the puck poked away. Here's Linden. Stillman steals the puck, and MacInnis in possession. Up to Stillman. Varlamov over to Waite. The pass to Stillman. He feeds in front, and off Olin, just out of the reach of Varlamov. And the puck bangs off the glass to center ice. MacInnis to Stillman. The pass for Doug Waite in the corner. Centers just out of the reach of Varlamov. Back the other way. Trent Klatt. He'll take a shot. That's a flex right to Johnson. He'll scoop the puck up and hold on. So play stopped with 8:03 gone here in the second period. The Blues have gotten a power play goal to pull back within 1.
Brent Johnson has made a couple of key saves in this period. In fact, one-on-one on a couple of different guys, and the Blues now have taken control of this game the last few minutes. Here's the 2-on-1. Dimitra just made this pass a little too high, the little saucer pass. Tkachuk, even though he was getting hauled down by Halavich there, the referees let that go. But here's the pass from this angle. You'll see the puck a little elevated, didn't come down in time. It was up over top of Tkachuk's stick, so no scoring chance there unless he would have been able to bat that out of the air. I think that's a pretty good play by the referee to not make that call.
The Blues now 24 wins, twice as many wins as they have regulation losses. The pass by Eastwood broken up. Pronger covers. The only team in the league with less losses than the Blues is Detroit. Blues with 12 losses, Detroit with 9. Here's Letowski with Cook barely onside. Chabarov a shot, stick save Johnson. Matt Cook for Vancouver. The pass by Letowski. Ryan Helmer pinches in. He gets hit hard by Keane, and out in front, Cook taken down. There's going to be a penalty, and It'll be Pronger. There's no question who it'll be. Helmer says something to Pronger. So Chris Pronger will go off.
Cook, one of those players that runs around. In fact, he's one of the league leaders in hits. And he went to the front of the net. Chris Pronger with the cross check. And I think Chris got his money's worth in that one.
I think he's saying I took care of that little guy.
Yeah, I hate to laugh when I say that, but Cook has a habit of getting in everybody's face all the time, and he's one of those players a lot like Tyson Nash, that likes to just bounce around like a pinball. But he got hit pretty hard, and you see Chris Pronger with little satisfaction going to the box. I think he's probably paying him back from a hit that he made maybe a few shifts ago. So Pronger goes off for cross-checking, and the Canucks will go on the 5th power play of the night.
8:34 the time of the penalty. 6 of the Canucks' 13 shots have come on the power play. The Blues have only 10 shots. That's it, 10 shots. In the corner, Salvador clears the puck the length of the ice. So the Blues with a 6-game winning streak on the line. The Canucks coming off home ice wins over Carolina and Pittsburgh, trying for their 3rd straight win. Brendan Morrison to Marcus Naslund. And the puck hits the side of the net. Here's Castle. Jovanovski straight away at the blue line. Naslund back to Castles, over to Jovanovski, and he'll keep the puck in by Morrison to Tom Bertuzzi. Now to Marcus Naslund. Andrew Castles. Vancouver on the power play. Naslund a pass tipped away. Here's Morrison to Bertuzzi to Castles. Off the side of the net. A minute 12 to go on the Pronger penalty. Canucks trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Morrison, Jovanovski, the shot blocked by Eastwood, thinking a breakaway. He gets stripped, and Jovanovski is going to go off for taking down Mike Eastwood. And both teams will be shorthanded for 1 minute.
No question about that. Great movement by the Canucks, moving it around the perimeter of the power play, but you got to get the shot through. Good job by Mike Eastwood to block the shot, and Jovanovski forced there to pull down Eastwood. Otherwise, that's a breakaway. Tyson Nash coming right behind. No question about it there. So we'll play 4 aside for the next minute, and then the Blues are back on the power play. Maybe they can even this up before the end of the next 2 minutes.
Shots in this period are 7-4 favoring Vancouver. So Jovanovski off at 9:34, and the Blues power play will go to work in a minute. Both teams now are shorthanded. It is 4-on-4. Dimitra Tkachuk intercepting is Halavich, and the shot deflects off Havanoff into the crowd. Havanoff is on the fence with Finley.
Havanoff coming off a goal and assist performance against Edmonton on Tuesday, but this Canuck team really has changed quite a bit, Kenny, since we saw it last. Ryan Burke has been very busy. Jan Halavich for Brashear from Philadelphia. There's Mark Crawford and the old tough guy, Jack McElhargy. But they also made some changes. Berehowski was traded. We talked about Letowski coming in. So there's some moves made, and they've actually played very well. Castles was out for about 25 games. He's back. Trent Platt was out for over 20 games, and he's back. So there's been a lot of changes, and Canucks have played very well as of late.
Offside. Tkachuk lifted his foot up. That created the offside, and we're at the 10-minute mark of the second period. The Blues trail it 2-1. Coming up tonight and every night, the Midwest Sports Report, 30 minutes of nightly sports news. That's right after our game, and of course Blues Blackhawks, big game everyone's looking forward to on January 25th. That is a week from tomorrow night at Chicago, and we'll have all the action here on Fox Sports Net. In fact, that is our next Fox Sports Net game, Friday the 25th at Chicago.
And that rivalry is starting to come back. Though you Hawks played very well here against the Blues, beating the Blues the only time in town here, Kenny. So I think a lot of revenge on the Blues minds, and I think there'll probably be a lot of fans that'll make that trip up to Chicago on a Friday night.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun, that game. You put more people in the United Center, it'll create a little more atmosphere. Here's Sopel bump by Salvador trying to center. The puck goes behind the net. The Blues now are 7 points behind Chicago in the standings, but they have 5 games in hand. 5 games in hand. And it's hard to imagine that the Blues will not soon be ahead of Chicago in the standings, or at least eventually ahead of the Blackhawks in the standings.
That becomes a very important game next Friday, though, because you can gain a lot of ground. You think the Hawks, the Blues would have won that game here against the Hawks, it'd be a different story. They would be trailing only by 3 points, and they would still have 5 games in hand.
That's Friday the 25th at Chicago. The next night, the Red Wings will be here, which will be another big game.
I think a lot of people, Kenny, will make that trip to Chicago and then back in time for the Detroit game, too. That's a good weekend hockey.
Oh, yeah. That could be some fun. Now we get a little mix-up. Cook and McInnes. Cook in the face of McInnes. He doesn't like it. Then Mellanby goes after Cook. Here's Doug Weight to Corey Stillman to Mellanby. And the shot deflects wide off Olin. The Blues are on the power play. Pronger back. McInnes with the puck. Now the penalty to Jovanovski is over. So both teams are back at full strength. Weight out to McInnes and the puck to center ice. 8:17 remaining in the second. The Blues are offside. They count the man headed to the bench. And the Blues trail by a goal.
Blues with 8, trailing Vancouver by 2-1, and you'll see it. Look at this is why Al McInnes is called Chopper. Couple of good chops and whacks on Cook there as the play got stopped there at the blue line. Mellanby in. You see Cook with a slash on Mellanby. Mellanby turned around, slashed him back. Boys will be boys, Kenny.
It's hockey. You don't want to be tough. Don't bother showing up. Demitra shot off the arm of Cloutier. Here's Mellanby with Demitra and Tkachuk. Demitra to Tkachuk. Back to Demitra. He'll shoot. Cloutier the save. Keith Tkachuk with a puck. Bumped by Naslund. The puck knocked down by Demitra. Cleared out by Vancouver. Racing back is Jeff Finley. We're in the second period. At Savage center and play stopped as the puck sails over the glass and into the crowd with the Blues down by 1. Let's go to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, Ken, when we talk about a team effort with the St. Louis Blues, it certainly is that. It's not just Joel Quenneville and his 2 assistants. There's much more that goes into preparing for a game. Here's a look at Jamie Compound and what he does for every game. He is the Blues video coach, and he does a great job taking a look, breaking down game film, not just of the St. Louis Blues, but also of other games going on. Then when they hit the road, you know what? He just edits right on site. He'll tell you how they scored the goal, who made mistakes on goals that were given up. They can break down the film and do everything that they need to do right there in his office. But on the road, he also has a system that's similar to this. You can see it's not just the Blues game, but also the Flyers game was being seen there. Many other games that he's taping as he goes along. So he's a very integral part of what happens with the St. Louis Blues and helps provide Mike Kitchen, a Blues assistant, with his scouting report every game. Guys, back to you.
Here's a shot. Johnson the save and the puck in the corner. That is a very time-consuming job that Jamie Compound has.
I don't think Jamie ever sleeps, Kenny.
He's got to have some technical knowledge besides hockey knowledge. Got to know how to set that tape recorder for record when you're not there. Which is something I've never figured out. Platt gets whacked across the back of the head by Pronger's stick. That's why his helmet goes off.
Are you telling me, Kenny, your VCR is still flashing 12?
Still flashing 12, all of them. Now we got a delayed penalty against Vancouver coming up. Nash and Jovanovski. Here's the shot. Cloutier the save and the puck off his stick into the crowd. Now Jovanovski feels as though he's been clipped on the side of the head by Nash, which you knew was coming when Nash and Jovanovski came back. So we'll see how they sort it out here.
Well, I can't believe they're going to give a call on Tyson Nash because Jovanovski didn't even get hit here. He made this look good, Kenny. And we'll get a good look right at the end, but the original call was being made at the other end. So the Canucks were going to be shorthanded. There's the hit right here you'll see coming up. There it is. There you see Mares go down, and that's where the retaliation call was. But as the play went down to the other end, Tyson Nash was chasing as he dumped in. And you'll see here as Nash comes in here, there's a little tap here right at the end. You see how Jovanovski just goes down. He wasn't hit very hard, if hit at all, but he made it look a lot better than it was. So Nash goes off. They're calling this high sticking, Kenny. So we'll play four-side once again.
So Chabarov, the interference call, then the Nash high stick. So we've seen our share of penalties in this contest. The shots now are 15-11, favoring Mark Crawford's club, and the Canucks lead it 2-1. So these penalties at 13:06 here of the second period.
Which is amazing, Kenny. The Blues went 21 straight games out shooting their opponents. They got outshot by Edmonton, and they're getting outshot tonight.
Quick shot. Salvador hits the glass flat. Castles with a puck, advances it. Played by Hlavik and not out. Here's a shot. The save. Tkachuk. Oh, and somehow he does not beat Cloutier. Oh, what a close call that was for the Vancouver Canucks.
Great save by Cloutier. I think a little fortunate. Tkachuk was falling down when he tried to shovel this one past Cloutier, but Sopel did not get this puck out. You see how he lost it. He dove back. Dimitri with a quick shot, deflected, and you see as Tkachuk's falling down, still able to get some wood on it. You can see his reaction right there, but he couldn't get good wood on it as he was falling down. Here's a better look. You'll see the deflection here right in front, and Tkachuk tried to get that, but the outstretched arm there of Cloutier kept that puck out of the puck. Big save. Now both Johnson and Cloutier have made big saves in tight tonight.
Both teams shorthanded. Oland, Sopel on defense. Hlavik up front, along with Castles. They had announced that Chabarov got the penalty as McInnes' shot went wide. Now they're saying that the penalty went to Henrik Sedin. Here's Hlavik. Hlavik gives the puck up as Dimitri intercepts. 4-on-4. Now McInnes covers up, gives the puck to Tkachuk. Back for McInnes. Ahead for Tkachuk, and it just skips away. Sopel up to Hlavik. He spins by Salvador, but loses the puck. McInnes leaves it. This is the Castles check, and it's Bryce Salvador, the Blues' second-year defenseman. Over to Stillman. Shot, save. A good right leg pad save by Cloutier. Back the other way. Morrison. Both teams still short-handed. Morrison and Havanoff behind the net. Naslund comes in, as does Waite. And Naslund back to the point. Lachance flips the puck behind the net. Havanoff there in front of Morrison, and Pronger slides the puck up the boards. Jovanovski pinches in. Into the corner to Morrison. Havanoff wrapping him up, and Pronger takes the puck. Wheels it around for Stillman. Back for Havanoff, who says, "Man, I got a man right on me," but thanks anyway, and up to Pronger it comes. Right wing pass, knocked away offside, and 6 seconds to go on the penalties to Henrik Sedin and Tyson Nash. Bernie Federko, Dan McLaughlin at Savvis Center. Big crowd here tonight. And the Blues, who have won 6 in a row, 8 of 9 and 9 of 11, trailing by a goal. Finley works in, sends the puck around into the corner. Here's Ed Jovanovski. Ahead too far for Craig Flat. Finley with the puck again. Slaps it ahead, glove down by Henrik Sedin, who's back on. Flips the puck towards the net. Finley knocks it down. Waite gets it ahead, and a pass too far from Stillman to Varlamov. Havanoff gets checked. Here's Platt, a shot. Blocked nicely by Finley, who's had a very strong game. Now the puck to the point. Oland a shot into the corner. Henrik Sedin there. Leaves the puck. Waite will intercept and just clear it away. Oland gloving it down. On with Sopel. The two Sedins up front with Platt, and the puck into the Vancouver bench. That stops play with 4:13 remaining here in the second. Blues down by a goal, and Doug Waite is mic'd tonight. Let's listen.
All right, boys, come on now. We got this game here. Take it over here. Keep going. Good dumps. Their D do not want to be in their own zone here. Stay in there, Lozier. Come on. All right, baby.
Thanks to each student for giving back to our community.
Doug Waite. Not often you get a player in a real NHL game with a mic on. Doug Waite tonight with our exclusive Fox Sports Net microphone.
Absolutely. Just a little cheerleading there.
You don't imagine he thinks about the fact he's got that mic on, do you? Now the puck off Cook to the net. Johnson almost gives it away. Here's Cook centering, and Mayers tips it away.
I think his choice of words might be somewhat different.
Now Nash. Nice play. Nash centers. And the shot by Keene tips away. Here's Jovanovski. Well, there is a bit of an editing process along the way also. Van Ryan chops the puck ahead. Latowski knocks it down. He gets run to the boards by Nash. And play is stopped. Now Mayers having words with Cook. Cook's a bit unhappy. So this has been a feisty affair with a long way to go. Blues Visor Night sponsored by SeaWorld. Coming up Monday the 28th. Anaheim will be here. And the first 5,000 of you 16 and under will receive a free Blues Visor courtesy of SeaWorld. Great seats still available at Savvis Center. All Ticketmaster outlets at stlouisblues.com or by calling 314-241-1888.
Well, here's how everything transpired here. You see the hit here, Latowski and Nash coming together. And there you'll see a little extra curricular activity as Nash goes down. And that's Cook and Mayers that just pushed each other. So nothing happened that's serious, just a little bit of hockey, Kenny.
Nothing much. Here's Mellanby in front. Tkachuk shoots and scores! And the Blues, who were down 2-0, have come back to tie it at 2.
Good pressure by the Blues in the offensive zone, creating the turnover. And this is a great pass from Mellanby over to Tkachuk. And he notches his 22nd of the season, but you'll see the turnover here by the Canucks on the forecheck right here. Good work, Dimitra to Mellanby, and then over to Tkachuk, who makes no mistake this time. But great work. There's the steal by Dimitra. Look at the pass. What a beauty. Mellanby to Tkachuk, and we're tied at 2.
Tkachuk's 22nd from Mellanby and Dimitra at 16:54. So all of a sudden, the Blues are closer to being in position to pick up their 7th consecutive win. Dimitra to Tkachuk, can't get around Sopel. They'll go together in the corner. Tkachuk grabs his stick for a moment, gets the puck to Mellanby. He'll kick it ahead. Now cycle it back in the corner. Dimitra. Castles chases him. 2.5 to go in the second. Back for Tkachuk. Now along the boards for Mellanby. Good puck control by the Blues. Cloutier whips the puck off the glass. Here's Tkachuk there to Dimitra. Dimitra to Tkachuk in front. Oh, and the puck knocked away from Mellanby at the last moment. And Olin will clear it away. Salvador back to touch the puck. Icing the call against Vancouver. And this crowd, Bernie, really getting into it now.
Great shift there by this line. You see Keith Tkachuk, 5 goals in his last 6 games, 2 assists, but great work cycling the puck down deep, keep moving and turning it. But here's the turnover again on the goal. You see Mellanby chipping it out, and Dimitra just shoveling it back to Mellanby, and that perfect pass right underneath Jovanovski. And look at the pass here right through Jovanovski. You see he was sliding down trying to get it, and Tkachuk just one-timed it right past Cloutier. Tie game.
Habanoff off the draw. Flips the puck behind the net. Jovanovski dumped by Varlamov. Puck comes in front. Waite can't find it. Now Stillman a shot that deflects wide. Barron trying to clear. Habanoff keeps the puck in. Now to center ice. Marcus Naslund shoots the puck into the corner. Bertuzzi after it. Johnson comes out. Morrison kicks at the puck. Finley there for the Blues. Here's Tom Bertuzzi in front for Naslund. The puck to Morrison. And that shot stopped. Now Stillman, a pass across the ice to Havanoff. His pass hits Stillman in the skate. And Sergei Varlamov circles back. Both teams are changing. Puck ahead. Morrison leaves it for Jovanovski. He gets in a crowd. Gets the puck out. Varlamov ducks. Bertuzzi had just hit him a moment ago. Varlamov's a tough kid. Here's Waite. He's out there with Nash and Varlamov, who tips the puck wide. Under a minute to go in the second period. Varlamov to McInnes. The shot. He scores! Oh, baby! Al McInnes set up beautifully by Sergei Varlamov. And the Blues have taken the lead for the first time tonight. 3-2.
3 second period goals. We talked about it before the game. The Blues about scored the opposition 19-9 in the second and third. And what a play there by Varlamov, and McInnes makes no mistake, going right up over top of those stacked pads of Cloutier. Great work by Varlamov. Perfect pass, and McInnes does the rest. And the Blues lead 3-2.
Scored by number 2, Al McInnes.
There's the look when they score 3 or more goals, which they've done 26 times.
And by number 39,
They've got 20 wins. And as we said the other night in the game with Edmonton, they typically give up 2 a game.
You know, it's amazing how the momentum has switched. The crowds got involved, and all the cycling that the Blues have done down deep in the offensive zone has really paid off now.
1907, McInnes' ninth from Varlamov and Waite. Sopel for Vancouver. Gets the puck to Klatt. Ahead, Pronger takes it out to center ice. Shot in. One linesman said offside. The other said no. So that gives you an idea how tough it is to call the lines. We had 2 experts and they couldn't agree. Well, Chance flips the puck ahead. 5 seconds to go in the period. Here's Pronger. Over to McInnes, and that's going to do it. So what a second period for the Blues. They get goals from Mellanby, Tkachuk, and McInnes, and they'll go to the locker room, leading Vancouver 3-2. Hey, hockey fans, enjoy tonight's game with a cold Bud Light, because it won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. Doug Weight will be our guest on our second intermission. Dan McLaughlin will be along. We'll have a Midwest Sports Report and highlights. 3-2 Blues lead. For a look at what's coming up on the National Sports Report tonight, let's go to the Fox Network Center. Up 3-2 here at home, going for their 7th consecutive victory. With Bernie Federko, I'm Ken Wilson. We welcome you back. What a period that was.
It really was. Lots of energy, and that's the way the Blues have been playing.
Well, we had Doug Weight mic'd, and after a Mellanby goal early in the period, Doug Weight did a little bit of cheerleading on the bench, Bernie, and it seemed to pay off for the Blues.
All right, boys, come on now. We got this game here. Take it over here. Keep going. Good dumps. Their D do not want to be in their own zone here.
See, he didn't have to talk that loud, but the guys got the message. The turnover, Dimitra to Mellanby, a perfect pass to Tkachuk, and we were tied 2-2. And then the beautiful pass from Varlamov, Al McInnes sneaking in from the right point all the way to the left side. He roofed it. The Blues lead 3-2.
Our Hardy's summary: Mellanby at 6'10", his 8th from McInnes and Stillman. Tkachuk's 22nd, Mellanby and Dimitra. And then you see Nash was given the assist rather than Weight on the McInnes goal at 1907. Shot 16-15 favoring the Blues, and the third is next. Welcome back to Savas Center. Going to the third. The Blues are up 3-2. Dallas Drake, Bernie, was in the middle of things in the first period. He was in 2 collisions. The last one cost him a game, and it's our Dobbs collision for the game.
The Dobbs double collision of the game. That was the hit, and there's the dominoes effect. But unfortunately, Dallas Drake, for whatever reason, had a 5-minute major for that hit and was given a game misconduct. But that's truly the Dobbs collision of the game.
So now we're ready to go. They face off at center ice. And Doug Weight looking for his 500th assist again. After they realized it was Nash, not Weight, that had made the initial pass. Here's Sopel for Vancouver on with Olin. The puck played by Letowski back to the defense. Cook is up front with Letowski and also Chabarov, the 22-year-old Russian wearing number 13. And the Blues Pronger smashes the puck off the glass and into the penalty benches below us.
As good as the Canucks had in the first period, Kenny, they really have done nothing in the third when they trailed after 2 periods 17 times, and they've not come back to win any games. They only have 1 tie and 16 losses in those 17 games. So I think that's very good news for the Blues. Blues 18-1-2 when they lead after 2.
The only statistic we have to forget is scoring first and usually winning, which Vancouver did tonight. That is, they scored first. They haven't won the game by any means.
And interesting, the Blues through this 6-game winning streak, they've given up the first goal twice and still won the games. So
that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yep.
The Blues trying to win their 7th straight. Salvador's pass hits Morrison, and the puck goes into the crowd.
The Canucks during the year have been outscored by 2 goals in the third period, 44-42. The Blues, on the other hand, have scored 12 more goals than their opponents in the third period, 44-32. So are these statistics any good?
I just wanted to say, Bernie, you must have been up the 12 hours sitting there at your desk before the game getting those numbers organized. I'm proud of you.
I'm just so prepared, Kenny.
I think some of them mean something anyway. Let's put it that way. What really means something is if the Blues end up with more goals tonight than Vancouver and get their 7th straight win.
I would agree with you.
The conditions are pretty well set for that to happen, which I think is the main point of all of those numbers.
As long as they play like they did in the second, not like they played in the first.
Look at us, a shot, stick save by Cloutier. This is Mellanby, Tkachuk, and Dimitra. A chance to Morrison over to Jovanovski, the Canucks defenseman. Now to Naslund. Nice pass. The shot and the save by Brent Johnson, and there's no rebound.
Great play from Jovanovski to Naslund. And that was a great save by Brent Johnson. Naslund's a sniper. He has 21 goals. He was trying to go in between the pads, the 5-hole on Johnson. You see how he got in, looked, and then tried to snap it right in between the pads. But Johnson had them closed as he was sliding from his left to right. You'll see it from this angle. Good save by Johnson. And no rebound as you see the rest of the Canucks coming to the net. Jovanovski getting knocked into the net. So Brent Johnson, you see his goals against at 1.83, a save percentage of 91.6% through this 6-game winning streak. So that's a very impressive number.
The team has been hot, and he has been right there getting the job done. Sasha Havanoff on defense with Finley, checked by Linden. Mayers comes back, cannot snag the puck, and knocks it away to Keane, and he'll clear it out. Nash with Mayers and Keane, Havanoff and Finley. Alavich gets the puck over. Helmer gets it ahead. Linden loses it. And here's Havanoff giving the puck away. Cancels a shot. And a huge save there by Brent Johnson. And the puck comes out, shot back in offside. That's the kind of play, Bernie, where so often you say, well, the goalie just wasn't ready. Just didn't expect a play like that. Thought the puck was going to leave the zone, but boy, Johnson looked like he was on his toes.
As a goaltender, you always have to be ready. You can never expect the puck to be flat. But you see there the interception there, and then the backhander. That was a pretty scary play there, but Brent Johnson was in good position. He saw the pass. In fact, the pass was intercepted directly in front of him. And as a goaltender, you can never relax. You might have a bad bounce, especially the way the ice is nowadays. You can always hit a rut anywhere and go a different direction.
Long shot by Pronger goes wide. He's out with Van Ryan. Wade centering Stillman and Varlamov. Henrik Sedin up to Platt and looking for Daniel Sedin. The puck fails to get through, and Waite will flip it in. Sopel with Varlamov. Varlamov trying to center, can't. Same problem for Stillman. Platt ahead to Daniel Sedin. On to Matthias Olin. He'll flip the puck in. Now it's Daniel Sedin. Puck comes out to Brent Sopel. Back to Olin, and the shot goes wide. And at center ice, it's Olin. Both clubs are looking to change here. 3 minutes gone in the third. The Blues lead it 3-2. Back for the puck, Chris Pronger. He decides to turn back. He'll send it over to Mike Van Ryan. He'll send the puck rink wide to Keith Tkachuk. Working in on Jovanovski, cutting to the middle, into the corner to Dimitra. And the puck gets away. Cook takes a poke at it. Dimitra centers, and LaChance intercepts. Clears the puck out. Havanoff flips it over to Finley. Ahead to Mellanby. He gets hit. Battles to keep possession. Nice play by Mellanby. And here's Scott LaChance back for the puck. Up to Letowski. He'll tip it by Havanoff, and racing back is Finley. And both clubs changing again. Keane, a pass for Nash. Then up the middle, intercepting Helmer, loses the puck. Keane to Eastwood. It gets away, and the play is offside. Nash, a bit of a late bump on Morrison. And here in the third, the Blues are up 3-2. That man, Doug Weight, is mic'd.
The Blues would like to salute Laurel. Tonight's winner, the Schultz Blues line.
Pick her up, pick her up.
Laurel is 7 years
I'm tired. Can't you see I'm wasting time?
Pretty good comment there at the end. It's kind of really good look at what it's really like out there. The grunting and the groaning and all the action that happens so close. It's kind of nice to have a guy, Mike. You should do that all the time.
Can't you see I'm wasting time?
He's tired.
And you know, if this mic went on, I don't have energy to tell you I'm wasting time either.
And you got to waste time when you're up by a goal. Why not?
Marcus Naslund. Pass knocked away, and Naslund gets the puck back. Blues up 3-2. Morrison gives Naslund the puck again over to Bertuzzi. He'll flip it in front, and Salvador is all over Naslund and steals the puck. Plays it ahead. It comes high, and here's Mike Keane. He'll just flip the puck into the Vancouver zone. 15:20 to go. The team's changing on the fly. Neither team has scored in this period. Canucks got their goals in the first. Linden and Olin. The Blues got theirs in the third. Mellanby, or in the second rather. Mellanby, Tkachuk, and McInnes. And now we're in the third. Weight gives the puck to Pronger. And Stillman shovels it in. Sokol goes back. Chased by Stillman over to Olin. Ahead up the middle to Linden. He's got this man, Alavich, on his side, and a good save there by Johnson. Blues at center ice. Corey Stillman wants to get the puck to Wake. Cannot. Castles loses the puck almost, and then gets it back. Trevor Linden to Matthias Olin. Havlich, a shot, and that deflects off the glass into the crowd. Alavich, the 25-year-old Czech, letting one rip.
You ever wondered what it was like to drive the Zamboni?
Let's go to the Fox sounds of the game and listen to this.
Yeah, off the bar.
Yeah, I thought it was off the bar because when Brent Johnson waved at it and the face-off went outside, I thought it had to hit the bar, and it certainly did. As you look at Joe Quenneville and Mark Crawford. Crawford was the head coach in Colorado in '96. Joe was the assistant when they won the Stanley Cup with the Avalanche, so they know each other very well. I'm sure they know each other's systems very well. They're probably pretty close to each other.
Very much so. Here's Mellanby. And Dimitra's shot and a save. A puck centered by Mayers. It goes to Finley. A shot. The save. Rebound. They score! Pavel Dimitra. A big insurance goal. And the Blues have a 4-2 lead on Dimitra's 22nd of the season.
How often do you see it in hockey where there's a great scoring chance at one end, a crossbar, no goal. The team that just had that chance against him comes down and scores a big goal of their own. But Finley with the shot from the point Cloutier was not able to control the rebound. Dimitra pulled it out and just fired it past Jovanovski. And the Blues have a 2-goal lead now. They've scored 4 unanswered goals, but you see everybody going to the front. Mellanby digging it loose with Dimitra. And great goal there by Dimitra. The Blues, that 2-goal lead, and that gives them a little bit of insurance there, Kenny.
Now Matt Cook shoots the puck in. Dimitra and Tkachuk have both scored their 22nd tonight. They lead the team in goals scored. 5:53 the time of that goal. That man, Pavel Dimitra, scores his 22nd. He has 8 points in the last 7 games, and he now leads the Blues in scoring, 46 points in 46 games.
Dimitra has a great year so far and continues to just shine in the middle there between Mellanby and Tkachuk. That's a great line. They've been really hot, playing very well. Mellanby's been really, really good too. And Dimitra will be on the World All-Star team. He certainly deserves to be there.
Mellanby has a 3-point game. Boy, he has really piled up a lot of points lately. Tkachuk takes the punishment. Dimitra takes the puck. Barron all over him. Now to Mellanby. Mellanby shoved to the boards by Morrison. Able to get away. The Blues have a 4-2 lead. The puck kept in by Salvador. Cleared out by Naslund. This crowd really enjoying it now. Long shot by McKinnis, stopped by Cloutier. I think the crowd sat down for the second period tonight and said, oh boy, this is going to be a long night. The Blues did not have a real good first period, and Vancouver was stifling them. But now with 12:45 to go in regulation, the Blues lead 4-2. Corey Stillman bumped by Linden. Here's Mike Van Ryan losing the puck. Sopel a shot. And a blocker saved by Brent Johnson. Olin passes the puck to Castles. Now to Sopel. Drive off the arm of Johnson. Good save. And the puck cleared out and down the ice by Sergei Varlamov. Over the end red goal line. Sopel to touch it. And an icing call against the Blues. Watching tonight's game from the Fox Sports Net Bud Light Party Zone are fans from Winfields and Jock Sports Bars. If you'd like to win seats in the Party Zone, join us at one of the Bud Light Fox Sports Net Blues viewing parties at sports bars throughout our city. It's the Party Zone, brought to you by Bud Light and Fox Sports Net.
Canucks keep coming. Castles back to Sopel. Big shot right through traffic. Brent Johnson there with the save with that right shoulder. Brent has been very strong tonight.
The shots, interestingly enough, are 20 aside. Barron's shot hits a skate. Here's Mike Keane. Gets the puck out. Barron trying to hold on to it, and it's swatted in by Eastwood. Elmer can't clear. Alavich to center ice. Nash takes the puck, flips it to Keane. He'll get it in. Helmer and Nash after it. Tyson Nash with the puck. Alavich gets it. Ahead to Todd Bertuzzi. Over to Brian Helmer. Back to Bertuzzi, and the puck stolen by Meyers. Ahead to Nash. Moving in on Olin. The Blues are changing. The shot to save. And Nash unable to reach the rebound. This is Brian Helmer. Both teams just completing a change. 4-2 Blues. 11.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Linden and Salvador battle. The puck over the line. Over to Olin. A shot that deflects and scores. Olin a shot that deflects. And all of a sudden the Blues lead is 1 goal. 4-3.
Kenny, I thought that was offside originally. I was surprised that the referee or the linesman didn't blow the whistle. I could have, right from my angle here, I could have sworn that that was going to be offside, but it did deflect. But you see how the puck, I don't know, that was pretty darn close. And then this puck was deflected by Al McInnes and just changed direction, went right underneath that right arm of Brent Johnson. But boy, that looked like it was offside. Here's the shot. That's Olin's second of the night. You see Al McInnes' stick right there changes the direction of it, and Brent Johnson already down in that butterfly position, wasn't able to react, and the Canucks cut the lead to 1.
Now it gets interesting again. Here's McInnes back for the puck. Mellanby trying to get it out, does. Then Naslund over to Morrison. He works in, and a shot goes over the net, and we're going to get a penalty here. We're going to get a high sticking penalty against the Blues. 8:38 the time of Olin's goal from Letowski and Linden to get Vancouver back to within 1.
We've seen a lot of momentum swings in this game, and now it's swinging back into the Vancouver corner. But Tkachuk just back checking on Morrison. A little move here. You see his stick comes up right here and kind of whacks him on the back of the head there. So that's where you see LaRue's arm goes up right away. But here's his goal again. I want to see if this guy here was offside before the puck. Boy, it looked like he was, but I couldn't tell from that angle there as well. But I thought it was, but it was waved off, and that led to that deflected shot, a carom off Al McInnes' stick. But that was close, Kenny.
Yeah, I now that we've seen it once live and twice on tape, you know, I think it's one of those illusions where it looks offside, but if you really break it down, I think it might have been good. But I agree with you, though. It has that look at that one point that he might have been offside. But we'd have to see it from another angle to really break it down and get definitive. I'm going to go with the linesman.
Yep, well, we have to.
What choice do we have? Puck to the net, isn't it? They had a face-off, too.
That's right. Exactly it. And it looked like he had a pretty good look at it, though, because he waved it off right away.
Vancouver on the power play, 1 for 5. Naslund makes a move at the line that puts Castles offside, and 1:23 to go in the power play for Vancouver. AMC Theaters Player Keychain Night is this Saturday with the Bruins in. The first 15,000 of you with a paid admission will receive a keychain courtesy of AMC Theaters, featuring either Jamal Mayers, Reed Lowe, Brent Johnson, or Bryce Salvador. Great seats still available for Saturday night here at Savvis Center, at all Ticketmaster outlets, at stlouisblues.com, or by calling 314-241-1888. And the Blues hang on. Still 10:23 remaining, and they are shorthanded. Mayers and Keane, Pronger and Finley, and Pronger clearing the puck down the ice. Helmer to Jovanovski, back to Helmer. On the right wing, the pass tipped, and that puts the Canucks offside. 4-3 Blues lead. Let's go back and check that offside again. Here it is.
Well, here's the pass. I'm looking at number 24 now.
The puck is over the line,
okay, it's
and
good.
there's his skate on the line.
Well, Doug Wade had to say something about it here. We got a mic.
Oh my God, I might get hit. Offside!
Yes.
How was that good?
It sounded like Joel said offside.
That's offside.
Well, someone said offside, but we can clearly see that's a great shot, guys, of it, because it was clearly onside.
Yeah.
The puck went, and even though it came in behind his foot, it was just the way he was coming the angle across the blue line. Great call by the linesman.
There's a good call there. A no call.
Yep.
9:40 to go. The Blues are shorthanded. Tkachuk in the box. The lead has been trimmed to 1. Vancouver one time led 2-0, and the Blues got 4 straight for a 4-2 lead. Now Vancouver has come back. Salvador gets the puck ahead, and Eastwood sweeps it down the ice. Eastwood and Nash. Salvador and McInnes out there in front of Brent Johnson. The Blues looking for their 6th consecutive win at home, their 7th straight win overall. Here's Oland, who's had a big night. To Castles, then Nash knocks the puck down. Salvador trying to clear Kant initially, does with his second effort. Oland with 2 goals for Vancouver. Linden has 1. Mellanby, Tkachuk, McInnes, and Dimitra have scored tonight for the Blues. Naslund shoots the puck in with 8:50 to go. The Blues back in full strength. Mellanby hits. Salvador slides the puck to Tkachuk just out of the penalty box with Dimitra and Mellanby and McInnes. Oh, Mellanby over to McInnes. He'll pass. They score! Right out in front of the net. Keith Tkachuk. Everybody up on that play, and the Blues again lead by 2.
An odd man rush by the Blues and the defense coming up on the play, but another great play by Mellanby. This is going to be his 4th point of the night. And this is heads up all the way. As you see, Dimitri carrying it in, giving it off the skate to Tkachuk, to Mellanby, and now McInnes, instead of shooting, passes this across. I don't know if that hit Tkachuk or it hit Jovanovski, but I believe it may have hit Jovanovski. Now this may be McInnes' goal here, but we'll get a better look from this angle. I believe it went off the skate of Jovanovski, but I guess they're going to look at this and ask if this was redirected by the skate of Keith Tkachuk. But I believe that went off of Jovanovski's skate or else Tkachuk's, but it still wasn't directed in. It just hit and then went in.
I think it went off the right skate of Keith Tkachuk, but gee, Bernie, he was so tied up. Jovanovski leaning on him, there was no way he was going to be able to intentionally direct it in.
Yeah, no question about it, but there's Tkachuk going to the front of the net. He's already stopped. He's being pushed. And let's see if it did hit his skate. It either hit, yeah, it hit his skate, but he didn't direct that in. It hit and went in. And I don't know what they're even going to complain about that. There's no question. Here's from the overhead. You see the skate of Tkachuk right there, and it's going to be no question that's a goal. So Tkachuk's going to get his 2nd of the night. Mellanby and McInnes with assists, so Mellanby 4 points now. What a great night for Mellanby.
5 goals, oh baby. The Blues 5 goals means tacos are 35 cents tomorrow at Taco Bell restaurants. Visit your participating Taco Bell restaurant for 35-cent tacos. Now they're going to have further discussion apparently about the goal, but it should be a goal. We had felt that they had ruled that it was a goal after review.
Well, Tkachuk didn't make any effort to kick it in, Kenny. He was so tied up. He stopped at the crease. The pass came in and hit him and went in. It wasn't that he kicked at it. His foot was just there. But you see Mark Crawford and Joel both looking on. And Don Koharski is not even on the phone right now. He's at the penalty box, but he's not even talking to anybody other than the scorekeeper. So they must be reviewing upstairs, and then they're going to call back down again.
Yeah, somebody upstairs must have called down, and so we want to look at it again. Now I think they're giving it the thumbs up. Don's going, come on, let's go. There he is. Well, Don Koharski is not happy about getting, I think they got a call from upstairs said let's look at it again after he'd already ruled or gotten the word, so he's not happy, but the Blues are happy, and so should you be. 35-cent tacos at participating Taco Bell restaurants tomorrow. Tkachuk gets it. McInnes and Mellanby assisting. Tkachuk's 2nd goal of the night, his 23rd of the season, and a little breathing room again for the Blues. And as Bernie pointed out, Mellanby has his 4th goal, or I should say his 4th point of the game. Dimitri ahead for Tkachuk, tipped away. So Tkachuk in a position to be looking for the hat trick here tonight. Here's Helmer for Vancouver. Less than 8 minutes remaining. Varlamov, nice steal at center ice. And the puck flipped in by Cook. Pronger up to Varlamov as the teams change. On to Doug Weight. Weight leaves the puck for Varlamov. He'll flip it in front, and it deflects to Andrew Castles, up to Todd Bertuzzi. Crisscrossing with John Palovich, who digs the puck out of the corner, out to the point, intercepting Corey Stillman. Shots are 6-6 in this period. Stillman a drive. That hits Sopel. Here's Weight. Shots favor the Blues on the night, 22-21, and out at center ice, Finley to Stillman, and the pass by Weight. Here's Halavich, and intercepting. Keane shooting the puck in as the teams change on the fly. Blues up 5-3. 7 minutes left in the 3rd period. Platt, Eastwood, Keane, and this man Sopel. Blues steal the puck. Nash trying to pass it over to Salvador. Deflects over his head. This is Bryce Salvador giving the puck to Al McInnes. And the puck deflects off a Canuck player. Back to Cloutier. Here's Murray Barron. To Brian Helmer. Back to Murray Barron. His pass too far for Morrison. And McInnes will take the puck. 6.5 minutes to go. Over to Salvador. Back for McInnes. And into the corner to help out. Right in front of you is Pavel Demitra. Up to Mike Keane, too far. Barron a pass ahead, tipped away. Bertuzzi bothered by Keane. The Blues are really playing it tight now, as you would expect. Tkachuk will just backhand the puck into the Vancouver zone. The puck shot in by Daniel Sedin. 6 minutes to go. The Blues are that close to their 7th straight win. Puck knocked down by a Blues high stick. Played by Bertuzzi. Back to Sopel. And Demitra intercepts. Ahead for Mellanby. Mellanby at center ice. Can't get around Henrik Sedin. Now to Daniel Sedin, and a pass gets away. Letowski couldn't come up with it. Now Letowski will go after the puck. Pronger beats him to it. And Mellanby just clears the puck out. Interesting how you can play when you're up by 2. And the Canucks were early, but they had way too much time against too good a team to manage a 2-goal lead. But the Blues now with 5:15 left are doing a very nice job managing a 2-goal lead. Letowski gets the puck out. Bernie, they're not giving Vancouver any room.
Well, this is the style we've seen them play for so long, Kenny, that you get so spoiled watching this, and then when they're not doing it, you wonder why they are possibly not doing it. For Vancouver, they scored on a 5-on-3. Just, you know, the turnover early in the game. So those are the breaks of the game, but certainly the Blues have played very well since the start of the second period.
Linden firing the puck around behind the net. Cook a shot. Stick save Johnson. Letowski to Linden. 5-3 Blues. Then Finley gets the puck in the middle to Stillman, and he'll just softly shoot it into the Canucks zone. Helmer back. Both teams changing. Up to Barron. He'll wind it up, fire the puck into the corner. Salvador gets there first, hits Castles, and here comes Tyson Nash to center ice. He'll just shoot the puck in. Barron back, tied up in the corner by Keane. Jamal Mayers gets the puck to Nash, back in the corner to Keane. Now to Nash. In front for Mayers, the pass out of his reach, and it's Hlavich at center ice. To Bertuzzi. With Castles. The pass out. Nash intercepts to Keane. Olin back. 3:50 left. And Olin will take the puck and clear it out. Both teams changing. Non-stop action. The Blues up 5-3. Tkachuk has 2 goals. Mellanby has 4 points. Tkachuk, the hit on Olin. Naslund to Morrison. Back for Naslund, and the Canucks are offside. The Blues by 2, 3:24 left. 5-3, the Blues lead it. The crowd roars when it's announced that tacos are 35 cents tomorrow at participating Taco Bell restaurants.
You'll be there, Kenny.
We'll be there, no doubt about it. It's the 3rd time in recent weeks. Platt goes back to touch the puck, an icing call against the Blues.
This is the offense that we were looking for all season long. The Blues have really started to put it together. And the amazing thing is that Scott Young is still out. Good news, though, it looks like he's going to be back before the Olympic break. So he will still be going to the Olympics, hopefully. So everything goes well from now till then. So there's been a lot of changes in the lines, and the guys just keep going. They're finding the right combinations, and they're scoring goals. There's one of the guys that's leading them right there, Pavel Demitra.
Pavel with his 22nd goal of the season tonight and an assist. Tkachuk with the 2 goals, no assists. Tkachuk and Demitra leading the team in scoring with 46 points in 46 games. Here's Marcus Naslund, poke check by Mellanby. Sopel a shot that deflects into the corner. Cook and Pronger there. Pass deflects into the middle to Mellanby. Blues up 5-3. Van Ryan shoots it in. 3 minutes to go. Sopel back. And the puck cleared to center ice. Here is Pronger. The shots are 23-22 Vancouver. Second game in a row in which the Blues have been held without many shots. They average 30 a game. Back for Pronger. Now Vancouver changing. Pronger just lifts the puck out. Glove down by Helmer. Can't get around Van Ryan. The puck up to Tkachuk. Now to Mellanby. Back to Tkachuk offside. 2.5 minutes remain in this one at Savvis Center. The Blues lead the Canucks 5. McDonald's, a proud sponsor of the Blues, and plenty to smile about here tonight. And at McDonald's, we love to see you smile. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. The Blues lead Vancouver 5-3. The Blues are that close to making it 7 wins in a row, 9 wins in their last 10. Barron loses the puck. Wait to Varlamov, and a big save by Cloutier. Back the other way. Palavich, right wing for Bertuzzi. Now the Canucks with 2:12 to go pull their goalie. Puck comes high in the air. Varlamov bats it ahead. Barron knocks it down. With the puck, the Canucks trying to get it in front. They do, and they score! Linden on the original wraparound just throws it into the crease. And then the Canucks put her home, and it's all of a sudden 5-4 Blues, and Bernie's still 1:57 to go.
Very risky play by Mark Crawford to pull the goalie, but the Canucks collapsed to the front of the net, and I think they were fortunate. Brent Johnson questioning whether Bertuzzi ran into him and interfered with him, but there's the play, the puck in front of the net. You see Helmer coming in from the point. I think he was the one that deflected it in, but here it is, Linden with the wraparound. There's Bertuzzi in the crease. And I thought it was Bertuzzi that knocked it in, but I can't really tell. But I think it's Bertuzzi's goal. But there he is, he's going into the crease, and then he comes down to Linden, hits it to the front, and there he is. Yes, it is Bertuzzi's goal. So the Canucks cut it to 1-goal lead again.
So Cloutier comes out with 2:12 to go. They score now with 1:39 to go. He comes out. Palavich into the corner to Bertuzzi. Blues up 5-4 to Andrew Castles. Trying to center the puck high, knocked away. Sobel pitches in. Puck comes loose. Linden a shot right on, and Brent Johnson makes the save on Trevor Linden. So the Canucks get a goal at 18:03. Bertuzzi's 13th from Linden and Palavich. So it's close.
Well, the Canucks keeping the puck alive, and Linden with a quick shot was deflected there. And you see right off to the side of the crease, that was Andrew Castles. Quick shot deflected right there. Brent Johnson doing a good job as that puck really was knuckling towards him. Castle standing on the doorstep, no rebound. And I'm still surprised, Kenny, after getting it within one, you'd think that Mark Crawford would wait for a little while before he'd pull a goalie again. We still got a minute 22, and they're only down by a goal.
Has pulled them in a hurry. Shots 11-7 Vancouver in this period. Both teams have scored twice in this period. It's 5-4 Blues. The Canucks with an extra attacker. 1:15 to go. Pronger can't clear. Sopel keeps the puck in. To Naslund, a shot off the stick of Pronger over Johnson's head, the glass, and into the crowd, and still 1 minute, 9 seconds to go here. Let's tell you about the big CCM Twist and Chase charity hockey game. The Blues alums against St. Louis median celebrities. Friday night, February 8th, out in Chesterfield at the US Ice Sports Complex. Tickets $10 for adults, $5 for youngsters. Available now at US Ice or any Ticketmaster outlet. And proceeds will benefit the Gateway Locomotive's special hockey program. That is Friday night, February 8th. Sopel keeps the puck in. Vancouver has pulled their goalie, looking to get a tie. And the puck cleared out by Mike Eastwood. Under a minute to go in this one. Linden leaves the puck for Sopel. Sopel ahead on the wing. Naslund pokes the puck in. Shot out by Dimitri. It'll go down the ice. Wide of the net. Sopel back to touch it. A whistle. And play stopped. Icing against the Blues. 45.1 seconds to go in the third period.
Now this becomes a very important face-off. The Canucks really got what they wanted here. Dimitri was just trying to dump that out soft. It just went a little too far. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these coaches call a timeout now with only 45 seconds left in this third period. Been an outstanding game, Kenny. Momentum switches and all kinds of goals scored. You don't see many 5-4 games anymore, and it's kind of fun to watch.
People asking around the league where have all the goals gone, and we've seen 9 of them here tonight. Tkachuk leading the way for the Blues with 2. Olin 2 for Vancouver. In the corner. The puck batted away by Waite, not out. Brent Sopel a shot, and that hits the stick of Waite, and he clears it out. Very good play by Waite. Up to Eastwood, an empty net. Eastwood's backhander hits Sopel. 28 seconds left. The Canucks have pulled their goalie for an extra attacker. The Blues lead 5-4. Good forechecking by Waite. And Tkachuk trying to steal from Linden. He does to Waite with an empty net. And about 4 Canucks in front of it. What a job by Waite and Tkachuk here. 10 seconds. Look at this. What a performance. Waite at the other end made the outstanding defensive play. 3, 2, 1. Long shot. It's over. The Blues hold off the Canucks. A 5-4 Blues win, and they have won 7 in a row. Our Budweiser player of the game, Bernie, Scott Mellanby.
Scott Mellanby's been outstanding the last couple of weeks, and a goal and 3 assists tonight. He hadn't had a 4-point game since November 26th of '97 when he was with the Florida Panthers. But what a performance by Mellanby, and he's been on quite a streak, and clearly he was the Budweiser player of the game tonight.
Now our BMW play of the game, Keith Tkachuk's goal.
Very important, great passing play. As you see, Mellanby to McInnes, who threw it into the crease right to Tkachuk. It hit the skate of Tkachuk, went in. They had to review it, but it stood as a goal, ended up being the game winner, and that's the BMW play of the game.
Third star.
Well, we saw some brilliant goaltending despite the fact there were 9 goals, and the Blues end up with a 5-4 win in our Advanced Auto Parts save of the game right here.
Well, Brent Johnson was tested a few times. This time it went through him, was able to reach back. It was the quick shot from Naslund, and that's our Advanced Auto Parts save of the game.
And 3 assists in the game. Playing on the right wing.
A terrific game here tonight before 19,154.